My name is Wendy Weiss, you guys. Let's talk about my style. We got goth collar right here. It's a harness. All black sportswear. It's called health goth, you guys. Health goth. I wear black and I like to exercise, okay? For those of you that don't know, health goth is when you wish you were dead, but you want people at your funeral to ask if you did CrossFit. And I think I'm nailing it right now. So I live in Portland. We're all in Portland right now, if you didn't know. Portland likes to pretend like it's a really liberal city. Everybody in Portland will pretend like they support a woman's right to govern her own body. But the second that you start talking about getting a perm, everybody turns into Dr. Laura Schlesinger in town. And this is true that I have been to salon after salon after salon trying to get a perm, and I've been turned away from every single one because they didn't agree with the choices that I wanted to make with my own body. Which, I don't know if you guys know this, but perms are legal in Oregon. You can't get a perm. If you'll recall the landmark case Roe v. Waves, it's legal. And second of all, if you're turning people away from places to get safe and legal perms, you're just pushing people into getting back alley perms. If that's not safe, and I'll tell you guys what a back alley perm is. A back alley perm is when you go to your friend Don's trailer, you take a coat hanger and you unravel it, you use the coat hanger to break into Don's trailer, you roll your hair up in her Coors Light cans, and then you dip your hair in her meth lab. Body for days. My body, my volume, that's what I always say. Let's talk about abortion. You guys like abortion? Clap for abortion, right? Awesome, good. I used to go to PSU because in this joke I have a college education, so I was getting a burrito and I look over and I see there's this lady just yelling at people, super mean, and there behind her there's this billboard, it's got abortion pieces all over it, and this fucking lady is just, you're gross. This fucking lady just is yelling at everybody. Super frigid. Like, this lady looked like she probably thinks that Ann Coulter has kind eyes. Okay? Huge bitch. And I just am white-knuckling my burrito because I'm so mad that I had to see this, and I march over to her and I say very calmly, you know, aside from your stance on abortion, don't you think that maybe there's some women around here who have had miscarriages and you're making them feel really bad right now? And she shoves her camera in my face and goes, have you had an abortion? Now, what I should have told her was, lady, I was raised devout Baptist. Of course I've had an abortion. But I took a swing at her instead and mostly missed. And I immediately got arrested because the police were standing right next to her guarding her because they knew that she had a high-risk face for getting punched. And like, I know I shouldn't have done that, that's exactly what she wanted, but it just makes me so mad. Like, telling somebody not to have an abortion is like telling somebody with a hornet's nest in their car that their car belongs to God. And that the hornets are a gift. What about orgies? You guys into orgies? I was at an orgy a little while back and I was having what they call in the streets mouth-to-genital relations with this man. Okay? He was black, probably still is to this day, I'm guessing. And this lady that invited me, she was white, she came up behind him, slapped him on the shoulder and goes, you make that white girl suck your dick, brother. And that's when I realized that the most awkward place to run into a racist is at an orgy. For sure. I think people get a little bit more racist, it seems like, when it comes to sex and dating. Like, once everybody has their dicks out, it's okay to start saying the N-word, which is what this lady did. I was doing this thing with the same gentleman on the couch, gazing across the landscape, and I see this lady getting railed by the only other black guy at the party, and her voice rings out, and I'll get ready for this. Fuck me in my white ass, and she called him the N-word. Now, if any of you white people are trying to look around for the nearest person of color to tell whether or not this joke is okay, and I know you are fucking doing it right now, you're beginning to understand how I felt at this fucking party. I had no idea what to do. I just looked at the guy behind me and was like, did you hear what she just said? I really am comfortable right now. My name is Wendy Weiss. Thank you very much.